Hey guys, and welcome to our camera buying guide 2019. If you're new to this channel, we just hit 1,000 subscribers, so consider hitting the subscribe button and help us grow our channel. Now, moving on to the cameras themselves, we are including both the DSLRs and mirrorless as well. So the list goes like super beginner, beginner, semi-professional, and then professional for DSLR first, and then in the same order for mirrorless. So if you're looking for mirrorless, we have them as well. So let's start off the list. Let's say you're just looking for an improvement over your smartphone and want super beginner level camera. I'll take Canon for example throughout this DSLR tutorial. Just to give you an example, so we have Canon's 3000D and 1500D for this. So what happens with this is that you get a bigger sensor than your smartphone, so the bokeh is natural and not artificially applied by your phone, so images are automatically going to look a lot better. And since this is a DSLR, you also have unlimited range of lenses, so you can put a telephoto on there, you can put a macro on there, you can put an ultra wide on there, whatever zoom range you're willing to shoot at, everything is there. So it's that versatile. So overall the images are going to come out looking a lot better than your DSLR and the higher quality as well. So the second thing is beginners level. So if you are serious about image quality and want something good for your family photos or trip photos or something like beginner level vlogs, I'll advise you to go with Canon's 200D or 700D or 800D range of cameras. Now what happens with this is that you get a better sensor overall, as well as you get good video recording capabilities as well. You get Canon's dual pixel autofocus on these cameras, and also you get a touch screen that is also articulated. That means that you can face your screen towards you, which is especially good for filming vlogs or yourself on YouTube. So these are going to be good for some beginning YouTubers who are just getting into YouTube and don't want to spend a lot for a camera. And now the 200D also shoots 4K video, the new one. So it's amazing. I guess these beginner levels are getting very good. So this is going to give you considerably good improvement in the image quality compared to the 1500 and 3000D, as well as you have the convenience of the touch screen and the articulated screen. So overall it's a better experience than that. So if you are serious about your work and are starting to take up professional works and don't want to spend a lot, we have semi-professional range from Canon. So these are things like 70D, 7070, 80D and 90D. So picture quality impeccable on all these cameras, so you're not going to get wrong with any of them. But video quality, 80D is actually known for the best 1080p recording camera for YouTube. So most people used 1080p on 80D, so you can't go wrong with that. But one advice, this is actually my Canon 77D. I used this when I started out YouTube. It has a custom Sigma lens on there, but what I wanted to tell you is that image quality on it is impeccable. When you compare it to my Sony full frame camera as well, it's very nice, but video quality is not so nice. So if you're looking for video, avoid the 77D. Rest of them are all good. But I guess video quality, I don't know why it's not good on the camera. Maybe it's shooting at a low bitrate. It has a lot of softness artifacts, and with YouTube's compression it looks even worse. So 90D now has a 4K again, so it has slow motion as well. So if you're serious about video recording capabilities, you can go with 90D. Pictures, you can't go wrong with any of them. They're all APS-C semi-professional cameras. You also get Canon's dual pixel autofocus. You get articulated fully touch screen, and you get little bonus features like this touch screen right here on the top of the camera. So things like that. So this is the Canon semi-professional range. And now if you want to step up your game even more, you are serious full-time photographer or videographer and want a professional camera, we have Canon's 5DX range and Canon's 1DX range. Now remember that when you go into this, price is gonna get insanely high. So be aware of that. And these are full frame DSLR cameras from Canon, and all of them shoot 4K video. I guess 5D has a little bit of a crop, but yes, all of them can shoot and log as well. So very good video shooters. But if you're going to be using it for YouTube, I think it's a little bit of an overkill or too expensive. So yes, but if you're sure about what you're doing, I think you can go with the professional range of cameras and you won't go wrong. But just remember the price is a little bit insane. again. So yes, that ends up our DSLR thing side of things. Now let's enter mirrorless. Now mirrorless cameras are actually an improvement of DSLR, you can tell. So the thing is that they are very small. The form factor is wowing, and they're also weightless as well compared to the DSLR counterparts. Now if you compare the Canons or any DSLR looks very bulky compared to mirrorless cameras. Now use cases aside, let's get into what camera you should be buying. So if you're looking for a super beginner level, Canon has these C100, C200 and C500 cameras. So these what is essentially is like more like a point and shoot cameras with interchangeable lenses. So they're very compact and they get a great picture if you're looking for just family pictures or trip pictures. But if video is concerned, none of them are great. Just avoid them if you're willing to shoot video on it, because they don't have a lot of video features and don't have great autofocus as well. So if you're serious about video a little bit and want semi-professional to beginner range of cameras, you can go with Canon's M50. It has 4K video recording, although with a slight crop, but yes, and it has dual pixel autofocus, but only in 1080p. But that's a disappointment with the camera. When you move on to 4K, you lose the dual pixel autofocus, but you still have the articulating touchscreen, so great for vlogging. If you're going to be doing 1080p, no worries at all, and the image quality is good, and Canon's lens selection, you don't need to tell about it again. But if you want to move on to Sony's side of beginner to semi-professional cameras, you have Sony's Alpha 6000 series, and when they call them beginner level or semi-professional, I don't believe it. Actually, they're workhorses. Now Sony's Alpha 6000 series, all of them shoot 4K video and with no crop factor. The full APS-C sensor size they shoot it, and it's a 100 megabit per second bitrate, so you're going to be having a very great detail in the video as well. And Sony's autofocus is also getting very close to Canon's dual pixel autofocus, so great things happening in autofocus department as well. Now what I don't like is none of them have an articulating touchscreen. 6400 and 6600 have a flip up screen, but it's kind of stupid because the hot shoe mount on top of the camera where you mount your mic covers the display, so it's kind of dumb. But you have adapters that can move your hot shoe mount over, so you can get on with it. But the video quality, guys, just don't ignore them. If you're getting into video work, don't want to spend on full frame mirrorless but want the best video quality, these are the guys for you. They're best when it comes to video quality at that price points, and great picture quality as usual. And Sony's lens selection is also great now, with them making lens with G Master, Zeiss, and Sigma making lens for them, Tamron making lens for them. So lens options are not scarce as well. So yeah, that ends up our Sony's semi-professional or beginner level cameras. Now let's talk about full frame mirrorless cameras. Now this is where things start getting serious, and with Canon we have the EOS R, and EOS R is come to me as like slight disappointment because it's priced such high, and I had so much high hypes for it, but it shoots 4K at a crop factor once again. So imagine my disappointment. You buy a full frame camera but still you have a crop in it for 4K recording. Not great, but you still have the articulating touchscreen with the crop factor. Also the 4K looks great. It has a high bitrate and it allows you to do picture profiles as well. So if once you accept the fact that you're not getting a lot of features, raw performance wise, it's not going to disappoint you. It's a great camera as well. But what I like is what Sony is doing with the full frame mirrorless cameras. Now actually I own an A7 III and I'm shooting on an A7 III. This is a beginner level, what they say, beginner level, I don't know why. It's a beast of a camera. If you want to check out my unboxing of the A7 III, check out the card right here. And yeah, so with Sony you have a lot of options on the full frame side. It's not a monopoly anyway. So you have Sony's A7 II series of cameras if you want some cheaper alternatives. A7 II, A7S2, A7R2. Then you have the latest Sony's A7 III, A7R3 and A7R4, which are like the best in Sony's range right now. There is A9, Alpha 9, but I don't think you'll ever need Alpha 9. All of them are great. If you want Alpha 9, you can get it as well. It's also a very incredible camera, but we'll talk about Alpha 7 series here. So A7 Mark III is what I'm using. What happens here is that you have a full frame mirrorless camera which shoots full frame 6K and then downscales it to 4K. Instead of giving you a crop factor, they are filming 6K full frame and downscaling it to 4K. So imagine the amount of details you're going to be getting. They're not kidding with this here. So you get 100 megapixels per second bit rate, so it's not insanely high or insanely low, and the compression is actually good. So with 100 mbps video also, there are a lot of detail in the video, and the file sizes are very small as well, so it's very convenient. Now this camera also has dual card slots you are going to be getting with any full frame Sony camera, and if one of your slots runs out, you're going to be having your second card running the video or photos. So that's one of the things that's nice about this. It also has a headphone jack with mic input, so you can monitor your audio while filming. And the bad thing is that I don't like is that it doesn't have an articulating touchscreen, so I don't have anything to look at myself when I'm filming myself. The alternative is to buy an external monitor and attach to the camera. What I'm doing right now is I'm mounting my phone on top of the camera and using Sony's app as a viewfinder, but I'm in a month or so I'll be upgrading to camera display which is 4K, so it's going to be great working experience for me as well. So that is the Alpha 7 III, and if you want resolution, you have A7R3 or A7R4. If your pictures are going to be blown up a lot and put on posters, you can go with them. They have insanely high pixel range, up to 61 megapixels, so you can't go wrong with them. So that's kind of the full frame mirrorless range here. So that ends up our video, guys. In case you want to buy any of these cameras, I'm listing them in the description in the same order. First DSLR, super beginner, semi-professional, professional, then mirrorless in the same order. So in case you want to buy any of them, consider checking out from the links in the description. They are affiliate and help our channel, so consider checking them out from there. And in case you like the video, leave a like on the video, consider subscribing for more cool stuff like this, and I'll see you in the next one.